Hi guys, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have a Divine Masculine Twin Flame read for you and all 12 signs again. It's not going to be a real long masculine read today. I was out most of the day with an appointment, but I'm going to get right into this. It is August 21st, and the 12 sign read is going to be for the 21st to the 22nd because I actually just pulled those cards. The read for the masculine was done earlier today at 10:50, 51 to 52. And that is the 10 of Cups, and then going into the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. And of course the 10 is the Wheel of Fortune. The day adding up to the 21 day actually is the World, and 21 is a 3, so it's very much about expressing your authenticity and being in joy. And the 41 of the day that the date adds up to is the Ace of Cups. So that can be self-love, spiritual love, new love, but it's also a 5 energy of expansion, the 41-5. So we have a 5 and a 3. So the World and the Ace of Cups, right? Giving love to the world. The major arcana for the Divine Masculine today, in the main part of the read, was only Solar Deity, which is the Sun. So it is the Sirian Starseed deck as the main deck, along with, we have the Gilded Tarot, we have the Golden Universal, we have Rider Waite, and we have the Tarot Sexual Magic, Romance Angels, and then the Numerology deck as well. And then the 12 signs are the Rider Waite, my bigger deck. So the other major arcanas that came up before the read were Abundance and Ascension, which is like the Empress and the World. And after the read came up Starseed, which is like the Fool. There were 2 Pentacles, 4 Swords, 1 Wand, and 3 Cups. And the court cards were Page of Cups, Knight of Swords, King of Swords, and before the read was the King of Pentacles. So 2 kings, a knight, and a page. The numbers that came up along the code line and in the read having to do with surrender and completion. We had triple 10s today, guys. So 3 10s, 2 3s, so 33. The sequence 3 4 5 6. The number 1 also came up. The code line was all about 12 and 21, which again is about completion and the end of, 12/21/2012. And also the 1056 came up. So if that resonates for anyone, let me know. 33, like I said, and 13 came up, which is the transition or death card. There's definitely still energies in the read today from someone who has passed. I wasn't getting death today, but it could be. But it was really just coming off the past couple days, which came up yesterday, the day before, and it's just kind of the residual from that. 310 and 610 came up, as well as 34, which is the 8 of Wands, 45, the 5 of Cups, and 56, the 2 of Swords, which is like being in your knowing. 24-13 came up as well. 24 is the Queen of Wands. 13 again is the Death card. The code line about surrender and completion was all about the King of Swords, and he is the challenge today, as you can see right in front of you. He was in the code line as well. And also the Mother came up, and Mass. So Ma came up, so whoever calls their mother Ma, and then also Mass. So maybe a Mass, someone's mother may have passed. So it may have been a Mass for their mother, or just a celebration of life was coming up as well. Also, the Seeker and the Master were coming up in the code line about the student and the master being both. And the Shaman energy as well. IR came up again as well, interventional radiology. So, and after death energy, toggling up in the feminine energy. So Ma of the high vibration, or the 10, the destiny, knowing, in their knowing, being the student and the master of thoughts and words. Sweet after death. And then I was getting ADI, so Addie or Adai, or whoever's nickname it might be, is coming up. That I shaman. All right, so whoever this is, to recognize themselves as a shaman, for the masculines who are not doing that yet. The Mother of Destiny, or the Mass of Destiny, right? A Mass for the twins, the Divine Masculines, of the Hierophant and the Divine Marriage and the Lovers, the Student and the Master of Thoughts and Words, Sweet Addie, I Shaman, surrender to completion. And the Addy can be aid as well, just depends on how you want to say it. Mass high vibrational change with the delta, the triangle, the Sophia 9, the collective consciousness of the feminine, as the seeker supporting the urgency of the masculine's thoughts and words. And I was also getting obstinance coming up. Also, again, the TE of the toggling up and the etheric realms, also the feminine energy after death, or someone might be a tad irate. And again, I was getting IR and EE, which for me references divine feminine, because that's just a reference through me. All right, so as we start the read, we have abundance, ascension, and the King of Pentacles. Abundance here, which is like the Empress card, and then ascension here, and then the Master of Pentacles here, and the Ace of Pentacles on top. So the 3 bottom cards were reversed, but the Ace of Pentacles on top was upright with the rainbow there. So that was a positive message for sure, okay? So as we get into this, not expressing a negative past or talking about a negative past, the past returning, or issues with kids, recovering to an open heart, free to leap and breathe again. And someone might have had open heart surgery as well. The Knight of Wands rushing back passionately, or just active again after a rest. Maybe someone had surgery or just were recovering from an injury or whatever, or Dark Night of the Soul, but now feeling back in their power again. The Knight of Wands rushing back passionately, or just being active and getting busy again. The Page of Cups reversed, which can be many things here, sneaky or coming clean to come together to recover from what was not working, or just overworking, no or not aligned, or malaligned, or done aligning and now ready for a new life. The High Priestess reversed, which can be masculine or feminine, just has to do with your intuitive abilities and your quiet within. But the High Priestess here was coming up reversed, a secret passion that may be out. The Ten of Pentacles reversed, dysfunctional family or loss of a family member or the family, or money in the family or the legacy of the family, the lineage, or a miscarriage of justice. The Magician had a eureka moment with God, or disconnected from wealth or a controlling family and found God or their higher self. Rosaries were coming up, as well as planting roses and lilies. 2 dogs smelling money, right? So that could reference definitely, family members who are just sniffing out who's got the money. So 2 dogs smelling money, or 2 gold coins, the masculine and the feminine, checking them out because dogs know, okay? So it could be also someone when they're bringing their divine masculine or divine feminine to meet someone, they may say, oh, I want to see what my dog thinks, right? Because they have good instincts about people. The Knight of Wands is coming up as a rescue attempt also that's very open. A rescue openly, as the romance angel underlying energies are give your relationship a chance, but underneath that was that children are affecting your love life, okay? And to give your relationship a chance. The Knight of Wands with a rescue openly, as this could definitely be a child as well, a teenager or 20s. It wasn't a real young child. But someone, a Sagittarius, drinker, potion maker, or all about their looks or how it looks. Someone who could be conceited or, vanity issues and wounds were coming up here. The Sagittarius, Libra, walking away and or within, burdened with the weight of the world, or their weight and how they look, and getting caught with their pants down or hand in the cookie jar. So kids would definitely come up here, but this could be an adult acting like a kid as well. The dates of October 8th and October 10th were coming up, as well as the number 14. Yeah. Raspberry flowers, stomping on your heart that was left on the floor, and hiding the dessert that was also left on the floor. A big party while parents were away, avoidance, sex in the woods, sex on the beach, or on the farm, and hoe down. Dark and depleted, completely depressed, used up and thrown out. What do they have that I don't have, or I don't got? Like, so that's definitely it was coming up as someone who might be sleeping around. Might be a child though, who's been promiscuous and just feeling really insecure about themselves, or weren't promiscuous and are just very depressed, worried about how they look too much. Okay, so definitely vanity was coming up here. So adventure is coming up as number 55, which is the truth. And underneath that was 16 of rebirth, the tower moment, and the truth coming out. That was at 11:25, which is justice and the Knight of Wands again. So Knight of Wands was big here. So uninspired and frustrated, the Fool may be skywriting and studying astrology, ending a war, laying down swords of injustice, blindness, and laying down the law. Also PTSD coming up again. No final decision, still deliberation, beer pong parties or beer bong parties, and alcohol poisoning coming up. Someone definitely may have had a party while their parents were away. Throwing stars down the steps to trip someone up, exposed logs and beams and things erased. Experiments in the basement, or music, or ecstasy. No announcement about new life. Work as usual. Give your relationship a chance. And then, like I told you, children were underneath that as affecting your love life. So Taurus and or marriage, establishment, commitments, tradition, religion may be coming up as a burden for the masculine, when he could be having an adventure with 55, the truth. Excalibur, in lack and not ascending, the King of Pentacles reversed wants a new life, a diamond in the rough. Holding back feelings from their twin, in recovery to open heart and to be free. The Page of Cups reversed, vulnerable, rejected, could be just a baby or someone acting like a baby, or no new love coming in, or just someone coming clean. As we turn the page, it was later because it's when I went out for my appointment and came back. It's 5:06, so 5 is the Hierophant, 6 is the Lovers. So it's definitely about marriage there. And I want to bring this up too because I just put down the 12 cards. Leo's definitely having sex, okay? And it could be someone with Taurus and Leo in their chart. Also, someone with Virgo and Aquarius in their chart is the Emperor reversed, out of control, or definitely like devil energy coming up for that energy. And I'll get to that later, but I just wanted to let you know because there's no way Leo. I did the cards twice because I'll show you the first deal, but it was too like minimal as far as characters and stuff like that, and there's a lot of negative energy. So I just wanted to see what else would come up, but it was good because it clarified a couple cards in different positions, saying that those signs were also another sign. So again, like I said, Leo and Taurus definitely coming up with sex today. And let's see here. Well, I'll get there when we get there. But I wanted to bring that up with the marriage and the Lovers of 5:06. To find joy in coming back to the work that you don't want to do, Divine Masculine, or leaving a job party. And before I go into recently, the court cards and the signs. So the ones that were both upright and reversed were Libra, Virgo, Gemini, Taurus, Aquarius, and Cancer. Aries were just upright. Virgo was upright and reversed. I don't know if I said that already. Taurus was upright. Pisces reversed. Sagittarius reversed. Capricorn upright. Scorpio upright. And Leo upright. Of the aces, they were all upright except the Ace of Wands, which is funny because now the Wands is upright in the 12 card read. But in the read, they were all upright except for the Ace of Wands. The only king that was upright was the King of Swords today. All the queens today were upright except the Queen of Wands. So both King and Queen of Wands were reversed, as well as the Ace. And then we have the Knights of Wands and the Knight of Swords were upright today. Of the pages, the Page of Wands and Page of Pentacles were upright. The 10 of Wands and the 10 of Swords were upright. And all the 9s were reversed today. Of the 5s, the 5 of Wands and the 5 of Swords were both upright, the other 2 reversed. The Emperor was upright, the Empress was reversed. 6 of Cups, the Children in the Garden was reversed. The 4 of Cups was reversed. The Mastering, Integrating, starting over, not settling. The 2 of Cups was upright, but the Lovers were reversed. But they're upright now in the 12 card read. 4 of Cups upright. Yeah, all right. So I'm going to show you the cards before I go on. So let me here. So we have the underlying energy is that Ace of Pentacles. Recent past is the 6 of Orbs or 6 of Swords. The underlying or foundation energy rather is the 3 of Pentacles, or it's called Trinity in this deck. Okay. Okay, and then the central card is that Page of Cups, which came up reversed. Challenged by the Master of Orbs, the Swords, the other underlying energies coming across to the Three of Wands, which was coming up reversed today. Bridging over to the Ten of Orbs or Swords. And that was definitely upright today. The masculine seeing himself as the Ten of Cups reversed. Ten of Cups reversed. With those romance angel cards, a lot of positive energy cards there. Around the masculine, how he's seen is that Five of Cups reversed, so definitely recovering from emotional issues. And then we have the blocks they need to clear is the Knight of Orbs or Swords. And we end up here with the numerology cards there and the Sun, which is upright today. The Ten of Pentacles above that was reversed, and then the Fool card, which is that 0 with the purple, which was upright today, the Fool. And then the Four of Swords, or Four of Orbs, which was upright also today, and that ends up on the Moon for the clarifying cards. These are the 12 cards that I just pulled last. The top ones are the underlying energies. Then we start with Aries going across and end up on Pisces, which is that Hangman Awake. And then there's just some general energies I pulled afterwards. So we'll get there in a sec. All right. So to the rest of the read. Recently, the Six of Swords, which was reversed, unable to find peace in surrendering, giving up. The King of Pentacles is coming up reversed. Maybe have lost his status or money. So somebody giving up, not wanting to surrender, but whatever it is, definitely with having some difficulties with the workplace. Unhappy at work or a need to slow down, or losing money in business, or coming out at work about or with a Queen of Pentacles. The foundation being the Trinity. Without, the workplace, could be somewhere else too. It could be church, school, any place of co-creation. But coming out without affection, the Page of Cups reversed, rejected, and powerless. Or two kids very unhappy at work or at a summer job, could be with their parents or family, or can't decide on what career they want. Or stuck at work with kids, for the masculine, and they're not getting along, or co-workers are acting like kids and can't make decisions on their own, crying like babies and losing power, money, independence, or little emotional manipulators who just spend or lose money, or have to work with someone you just broke up with. So at work, a Taurus or two at work, and or Virgo or Gemini or Aries, a mother, aunt, boss, or grandmother may be out of control, sick or ill, and like I said before, it could be someone who was lost recently, or it could be a miscarriage as well. Or this person, whoever it is, in another world, which could imply that they have passed, or just that they're considered in another world, like the Divine Feminines are seen, or their world turned around, with the King of Pentacles losing money, or a change in business or family's income. Everyone unhappy and bitching at work, or it's just slow. Or a young couple getting married, or a shotgun wedding, marital counseling, or going to confession. Centrally is the Page of Cups reversed. A good student who may have tripped up, or is now breaking patterns, dropping the facade, but feeling tired or angry, but free from their mental prison, but vulnerable. So this can definitely be the masculine or the feminine or a child of the masculine. Could be really anyone, it could be an adult who's acting very vulnerable as a child, but also could be a child. It could be a child who passed or a miscarriage, but definitely was coming up a lot with the Page of Cups reversed today. And it's very much about vulnerability. Standing their ground with justice, system, judge, or Libra, not wanting to wake up, or a karmic refusing sex in the morning, or someone, like the Empress reversed, whoever she is, may have passed in their sleep, with the Hermit or Virgo finding them, when they woke up, not awake, okay? So could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Libra, and a Virgo or Hermit could be the one who couldn't wake them up. The challenge being the King of Swords, the child of the courts, or the ward of the state, or at court, or paying a fine, or love offered at work, going away party, or honoring, or an offer of love at work from the Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, Cancer, Leo, Pisces, or Aquarius, that was given to make up for some pain experienced, or there's a big ending or betrayal, or just work involves healing and pain, or someone getting condolences for a loss that they had recently. So, and it's raining all through this outside. The King of Swords may be coming up as cold, right? So cutting people off. All about the truth, and this could be a lawyer as well. Could be a kid who had to go to court with their lawyer. King of Swords cold, all about the truth and no love, or doesn't know why after giving love to people that they betray or hurt him, or the offer of love that killed him, since not much going on in his sex life at home. And that may be something he had rejected. So now looking back or going back to Justice and Emperor or Libra and Aries, unable to find peace when left to die without hope for a new life, and this could be presently, but also someone looking back at their life, when only Bambi had come to help. So that, again, could be present or something that happened in the past to the Divine Masculine, where he might have been stranded or left to die and no one was there, maybe in the middle of the woods where just Bambi was there, or literally someone who's very sweet was the only one there who tried to help. Deliberating, never making a decision, never reaching the end, leaving someone hanging in great pain and no peace, and children talking back or exposing negative self-talk, spying or slander or messages that were never sent, never arrived, or blocked by someone else, a third party. And that was at 550. So again, we have the truth. 5 and 50 is the Hierophant and the 10 of Cups. So definitely family interference there. As we turn the page, 550, so with the 55 of the truth, as well as the Hierophant and the 10 of Cups, the family, looking back at defensiveness, protecting himself from justice, a sweet fairy, and Libra female, perhaps. A new life or new look, possibly a makeover at the workplace, no peace and taking forever. The kids all over the place with issues, rejection, shy, spoiled, vulnerable, mouthy, immature, up to no good. A child possibly who couldn't live with himself, came clean about illegal or immoral act that they exposed, to a Libra, Aries, or in court to a judge and father, reviewing what had happened, the High Priestess with keys, 2 tickets to paradise, standing in their truth, purging, crying, up at night, Leo, ego, or taming the beast, or when life was stressing him out, the masculine, his twin, he may be confessing, had made it all better for him, as far as the 5D, okay? So the karmic bull coming up, the masculine, feminine, Taurus, Cancer, Pisces, or Leo, stubborn, refused to wake up or to ascend, or seeing another perspective, just refused to do any of that, being stubborn. Her way or the highway, refusing sex, or the divine feminine trying to hold back sexual energy at night especially, or the karmic calling BS, Hermit or Capricorn Virgo in limbo with unhappy family or emotional cycle end. On a quest to get to the Queen of Swords, speaking her truth about coming together in union to co-create and let go of sovereignty, or currently losing money, power, and independence, obsessing over work, about love and pain and earth signs reunion. Powerless to the King of Pentacles reversed, superhero, in 5D or dreams. Soon for the masculine comes the pain and betrayal, perhaps a massage, leading the way with success and attention, leaving behind jealousy and sincerity, refusing to give love, or the Knight of Cups just being reversed. 2 as 1 come together face to face to work hard with the weight of the world on their shoulders, depressed or losing hope at home about union, love being offered to make up for the pain. And now it's the number 110 came up here, as well as 3110. The Divine Masculine is the 10 of Cups reversed. That's how he's seeing himself. The top 3, right, of the pyramid go first. Like the Flyers with the cheerleaders. Could be referencing the Flyer team as well, but I don't know if anything's come up about that. But the Flyers need a high vibrational base in order to ground them, which is the Divine Masculine. The Queen of Cups looks in her cup with an offer of new life upon her. A wake-up call, judgment, or announcement made to women and children of another world and world upside down, floating in a sea of emotion or floating in a pool with drumsticks or a pool cue or hair strands of the perpetrator. So someone definitely could have been found floating in a pool, and I'm sorry if that is someone that you know. Obviously that doesn't apply to most people, okay? And it may have just been in the news, okay? But definitely getting some deaths here, parties of kids when the parents were away, possibly a death due to alcohol poisoning because beer bongs were coming up, or an announcement that it's not over, that the fat lady hasn't sung, right? And that could just be someone in grief, right, who may have lost a child. Or there's a celebration of life of someone who recently passed. Doesn't have to be someone young. Passion, reconciliation, calling in their soulmate, love yourself first, and then attraction came up for the masculine. The divine masculine without their family, only now the Queen of Cups, offer announced to almost the whole world, or someone incomplete without their divine feminine. Around the divine masculine, the Five of Cups reversed, getting over loss or regret, starting over and not settling this time in love, with options or synchronicities that all point to just one, the one who radiates, the red flag above the bull's head, the long shot, the unknown surprise, or door number 2, the impatient angel. So I turn the page at 617, the Lovers and the Star. Or the King of Cups, emotionally detached and losing their temper, or fallen angel, only loving with conditions of his ego, his checklist. No one's good enough for mama's boy. So over the loss of a family member, or their chronic unhappiness, clear blocks divine masculines of the messenger of truth, passing 5D messages back and forth, that it's not real. The Page of Wands inspired to heal and forgive. The Queen of Wands reversed, reaping rewards of the divine masculine's hard labor. The truth is out and used for Capricorn waving, you know, like the princess going by in the car. I'm getting like the karmic doing this, the Queen of Wands reversed, reaping rewards of his hard labor, and then truth out, and the truth is used with the Capricorn waving, or the devil, right? The devil is back, blowing it all up again, blowing their top, or the masculine's top or crown, or the Capricorn and Scorpio back together again. Hip hip hooray, for he's a jolly good fella, which nobody can deny. All right, so that was coming up. The Queen of Wands reverse coming up here is using all his money to buy drinks for the house, like around for the house, like cheers. Surrender and completion came up. That could have been, I mean, they're not all coming back together with their karmics, but there's a couple different situations. One could be where the Queen of Wands reversed is buying drinks on the house to spite the divine masculine. Or this just could be a celebration of life where they both have to be at the same place at the same time. But it also definitely could be, you know, reunions for masculine and feminine as well. So lots of different scenarios here. So again, hip hip hooray, for he's a jolly good fellow, which nobody can deny. The Queen of Wands using his money to buy drinks for the house. The surrender, the completion, but even more so for the masculine, the environment, the green environment, and the spiritual partnership. The sun is out. Northern exposure, looking back at a near-death experience, or clinging to half-truths, or to a marriage or a contract at work, and sneaking around in the 5D or their sleep time. The truth of pain and betrayal of Leo and or ego, the devil, waving to all of her little people, while the other hand is busy under the table. And then the tablecloth was pulled, or the house came crashing down, the Leo trying to keep his mouth closed, to shut him up, when the truth is that the 5D is coming from the masculine, the best orgasm he ever had. That's not something I would think of, but this is what was coming up in the cards. Coming together with me, myself, and I. It's like the masculine sitting there by himself, because they're all she's using him and spending his money right in front of him. So he's kind of like just sitting there by himself, all happy that he's alone, thank God, saying, it's the best he ever had by himself, and then coming together with me, myself, and I am a good fella, and I'll sing if I want to. That's what the masculine was coming up as. The Knight of Pentacles offers something healthy to the journey, amidst the King of Pentacles reversed in 5D, and the King of Cups reversed, offering true love, the Queen of Pentacles turned her back to the exposure, the Sun unhappy alone and in a green environment, while the Divine Masculine and Leo or ego, Capricorn or Scorpio, the Queen of Wands reversed group, offered love and 3 cheers to a successful man at rest or in the 5D. Looking back at a person lost, could be an innocent child as well, or a mother or business that's closing, that's painful, exposing family dysfunction and or loss of money, legacy, lineage, looking back at the good old days, of pain and depression, someone is saying. Fool is free and starting over again, offering a healthy alternative to a successful love life, a tribute, a new business, sharing with others, the Knight of Pentacles on a journey amidst the King of Pentacles reversed and the King of Cups reversed, and exposure between them, the old patriarchy and the Queen of Pentacles strong on her own in new green spiritual partnership. Dissatisfied, unhappy alone, holding on, saving, grounding and walking away, to hang in limbo, stubborn, lazy, or refusing to move or work, being on strike, choosing the left path for the masculine as opposed to the chaos and roadblocks, or the war path, or the crazy Cancer, and radiation. Over the loss, the King of Swords stuck in their emotions and thoughts, clearly in slow motion, retrograde notions of the messenger of truth standing up to others at night, and to the moon, the false light, the Cancer. Okay, so again, that can be a person or literally the disease, but the radiation can also reflect, somebody radiating. It doesn't have to be about cancer, but definitely there's someone who may have passed due to cancer here. 645 is the Lovers and the 5 of Cups, which is being in mourning, but again, the 5 of Cups was reversed, so getting over the loss. Having to do with lovers as well. A new life or facelift at work or church, school, creative place to end emotional cycle and get over any loss or regret. Unable to move to peace with the Page of Cups reversed. The challenge being the King of Swords in pain of cold betrayal, or the messenger of truth, the Knight of Swords, passing 5D messages. The Knight in shining armor, looking back at the sun in the rearview mirror, or in other words, the reflection of the central sun of the Divine Feminine, the leap of faith away from lineage and resting quietly in peace, sleep, or meditation in the 5D at night. A new life after the Empress refused to ascend, or a mother passed, or the King of Pentacles reversed going back to the past quickly to find peace after the Y in the road at work, Trinity rejection in the past, or a young love gone wrong, the challenge being the King of Swords. Being cold, icy cold. A family ends, unhappiness of this painful end, getting over it now as the messenger of truth exposed the 5D to the family and a leap of faith to the 5D. So that was the read today. So again, there's definitely some kind of gathering of family. Someone may have passed, or some kind of honoring of someone from the past, or a celebration of life, or someone leaving a job or closing their business. All of those kind of gatherings were coming up. But there's definitely patriarchy represented here, but instead of 3, it's only 2. So it's representing the masculine having parted from the patriarchy. Because we had the Emperor and the Justice together, but the masculine's definitely showing himself as apart from the family. All right, so that doesn't have to be the biological family. It could be any family, a work family, whoever it is. And as opposed to, the extended family, or the the wife and the children family, that kind of stuff. So that was definitely coming up. All right, so I'm going to pick up the clarification card so I can clarify the 12 card read. So just give me a second to do that. I'm going to put this aside for a second so I can reach the cards. All right. So the underlying energies start with, the bottom of the deck was the 8 of Pentacles for the 12 cards. Beneath that was the Knight of Cups. Beneath that was the Moon, and then the 3 of Swords upright. And then the bottom of the deck that's exposed now is the 2 of Cups, but that's reversed. 2 of Cups was definitely upright in the read, but the Lovers were reversed. It's very much about this Page of Cups. But the Page of Cups reversed can definitely represent the Divine Masculine or Divine Feminine's inner child and their vulnerability right now. Okay? But it also could represent a child. or an adult who acts like a child, you know, or is spoiled, or a baby, that kind of stuff. And not that anyone has to be labeled by anything, but that's what's coming up in the read. Okay? All right, so let's bring it over here, and I'm going to show you the other cards real quick so you get an idea of what came up right before this. Hopefully you can see it okay, but I can just tell you what the cards are as I go also. Okay, so this is the spread that came up before this one, okay? So you see where the underlying energies are up top? And then we had here, for Virgo was the Emperor reversed, and Scorpio was the Empress reversed, and in the middle was the Queen of Wands upright. So I just wanted you to see that. Because there's definitely something there that could be her parent and her in the middle as the Libra. And here's Leo with the Ace of Wands, and now Leo has the Lovers. So any other references, I'll let you know. I'm going to leave that out so I can see. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to shuffle. So you guys take a deep breath. Let's see if we can get this up a little bit. Take a deep breath. So with the Two of Cups starting the 5th card down, there's definitely some kind of either breakup, disconnect, not seeing eye to eye, some kind of partnership dissolved. Could be a medical partnership as well. I don't usually notice that stuff in the Two of Cups, but I am today. Actually could be a coming together in the 5D too, because sometimes I get that when the card's reversed, it's the 5D world, it's the other world. I don't usually get that for that card reversed either, but that's what I'm getting now. So somebody could be coming back together in the 5D. And we're going to start with fire signs. So like I said, we start with Aries over here, and it ends on Pisces. These are for all 12 signs. They're summary cards. So the first column is fire, second is earth, air, and then water. And the fire signs are topped with the 8 of Pentacles, which is all about work, aligning, cracking the codes, aligning with what your desires are. Can be that streetcar named Desire as well. Someone with a lot of notches on their bedpost as well. That could be their work. It just depends on who you are. It doesn't have to be that at all. It could just be working diligently. So Aries has the Two of Wands. I don't know how well you can see it from there. Okay, so the Two of Wands, choosing a path, and in this deck, choosing left, which for me is divine feminine, or choosing the new, holding the world in his right hand. So Aries is definitely choosing a path. So let's see what comes up. Aries was the Three of Swords before this, which has to do with healing and forgiving. May have had surgery as well. So maybe if they did have any medical issues, they have to choose a new path because of their health. And the Wheel of Fortune reverse was topping this column before. Okay, so slow down, either whether it's business or slow down of the retrogrades, just you know, going back to review, any kind of slow down, right? So we're not going full force forward with destiny right now, or good luck or good fortune, fated events. You know, we're kind of on a hold right now to see things in slow motion, to get the details. So for Aries, and this is again is for August 21st to the 22nd, 2019, all of this. And Aries is coming up with the Six of Cups and the Strength card reversed. So this can be children or the twins, feeling weak, needing courage or the strength to choose a new path. All right, and that can be ego death as well. And so that's why the masculine's choosing a new path. All right, 5D, so it's very much about what that is here. This is all about the twins and the 5D. I'm not going to put these down, but these are coming up too. Finding a peaceful place in stillness or stubbornness. This could be passing kids back and forth too between parents. Okay. So, yeah. So definitely someone who's healing is now like, you know, ready to get the courage to make a new life for themselves. That's Aries. It's on top of the Lovers. So definitely with that's coming out. It's been a difficult week for everyone in the cards here. So we're definitely going to go to a better place coming up here with the Virgo change. This is looking back at the past or going back to the past. This is for Leo. Getting over any loss or regret, and then here's the Page of Cups again, but the Page of Cups is up right here. This could be a child, it could be any adult or friend offering love to the situation for someone who's gone through some loss or regret, and reviewing their life, or just looking back or going back to the past. Maybe they went back to the past, it was a mistake, and now they're at loss again for how many times, second, third, fourth time, whatever it is, but there's always someone there standing there to offer them love, no matter what. That can definitely have to do with the feminine offering the masculine love with Leo here. So there's definitely affection there being given after somebody looks back at their past. This can have to do again with the work situation. So Leo was, like I said, it was the Ace of Wands earlier. So there's definitely, someone might have had sex with their ex recently and now regrets it, and now getting over it completely, like it was one last time. Or someone had a scare about a pregnancy because of a one-night stand, or going back to their ex for one more time of sex, or they were drunk or whatever. But it also could be a youngest child or a child, whether it's their child or somebody else's child, coming together to have a christening or something like that. There's some kind of religious ceremony with the Three of Pentacles to end the war. A laying down of swords, right? Whether it's a new child or a service because someone passed. Looking back at the past, getting over themselves, right? It's an awakening for a lot of people with the lovers there, about the divine lovers and the twins. All right, so that's for Leo. And this all has to do with work and alignment, right? Cracking codes. And figuring out what your desires are, what you really want for yourself. Do you want to have another kid? And if you don't, are you protecting yourself, or are you sleeping with people that you don't even want to be with? All right, so then we go to Sagittarius as the King of Swords, which came up major in the read. And the King of Swords gets the Queen of Cups and the Two of Swords. And this is definitely divine feminine energy of being in their knowing. Okay, this is very positive energy with the blue. The throat chakra is very open and clear here. She doesn't need to speak or tell the story because she just knows. So the Sagittarius is coming up as the King of Swords. So it's really much about the King of Swords, thinking about his divine feminine and her knowing that now he knows, but and he should have known, but maybe he's just, maybe I'm amazed at the way you love me all the time. So that was coming up. But again, she could be the Sagittarius as well as the Queen of Cups. And I'm not getting someone refusing to see. I'm getting someone in their knowing, right? May be protecting their heart a little bit, but they don't need to see because they know. They're staying balanced. They choose to stay balanced and happy. These cards are coming up too as, purging, stressed, up at night, not happy, being by themselves. Okay, so that could come up for the King of Swords. He's upright though, so he's in his truth. And maybe he's found his happiness on his own already, but now he's still purging again. He doesn't want to stay alone, right? He wants to be with somebody else. And here's two, maybe drinking too much or partying with friends, and that could have put Sagittarius into a spin again. Or maybe he fell off the wagon, and maybe that's why he slept with someone he wasn't supposed to sleep with. Okay. This has to do with someone manipulating them into sex, possibly. And they're very regretful about it now. This is a bold move to possibly work on insecurities, or a bold move to someone who's insecure or that they already know was a manipulator. That's kind of like just coming up as a backstory. So again, Taurus and Cancer coming up, as well as, for me, this is going to be Virgo and Gemini, but also Aries for me. All right, so Cancer, Taurus, and like I said, those three for the Magician. But I'm going to put them back because we have enough cards on Sagittarius. So definitely exposure of a death that already happened, or someone clinging to the old, or a near-death experience. Let's see what we have for Earth. Earth is, so that's really about work stuff and aligning with fire signs. But there's definitely, the lovers doesn't have to be sex. It can be a new creative passion, or a passion for healing themselves. So it doesn't have to be about a sexual encounter. It can just be about, finding their truth, their inspiration, and what inspires them, what makes them happy for Leo. And the King of Swords is in his truth. It's all about aligning here, right? You see they're aligned. One is choosing their new path. The other one's finding their truth about what they love. And the other one is in their truth, the King of Swords. So it's really good for fire signs. They went through a lot this week. Then earth signs is the Knight of Cups reversed, which can be someone who just refuses to give love because they're mad or whatever, or they've been hurt before. It could be jealousy and sincerity. Someone who's immature emotionally. Someone who wants to use people. So why does Taurus have the Ace of Wands? And why was that on Leo before as well? So Taurus has the Prisoner, the Eight of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the Judgment reversed. So that's not great energy, right? Because you're trapped in your head again, or someone's literally in prison. But this is someone spreading the word, no matter where they are. They're still spreading the word, or could be gossiping. But here, this isn't good either, because it can be of non-judgment, but from what I understand now, that's not a good place to be, because then you're at the Y in the road. You need to make a decision. You need to choose a path and just let yourself go with the flow. Could be someone's in prison because they made a really stupid choice or a bad decision, right? Poor judgment. Someone got hurt, someone got killed, because it could be I was getting road rage this week, as well as car accidents, or a kid just did something stupid or spiteful and may be in court right now. Could be a speeding ticket, or it could be something simple as a fine, something like that. But this is coming up for Taurus with the Ace of Wands. So, and that could have been, they're inspired to not make those stupid choices again, but it could have been a stupid choice about having sex with an ex or a one-night stand, and now they feel imprisoned about it. All right? Coming full circle, Jenny from the block is coming up with this, as well as just completing their world. Now they know they're never going back again. Never going back again. That's for Taurus. That could be someone who was found in the pool too, or it could just be someone relaxing in the pool, feeling imprisoned for the stupid decisions. So just kind of like hanging at home and just floating in the pool, thinking, how stupid am I? Or it could be someone with a hangover as well, or just someone coming full circle, completing the cycle, or the Divine Feminine, and that's not Taurus. Okay, or it could go either way. But there's definitely positive at this point, where they have new creativity, new inspiration. But it's not, I don't know how great that is either, because we have the Knight of Cups above that, right? So it's like sex without love. Maybe someone's has a new passion for no love, and they just want to go out and have sex with everyone and be Jenny from the block. So that's Taurus coming up. And they could have Leo in their chart too, since that came up with Leo. Let's see, Virgo has the Fool reversed. By the way, Taurus was Four of Cups before. Sagittarius was the Magician reversed before. So that's insecurities, which came up anyway with the drinking and stuff. Before Virgo was the Emperor reversed. And Capricorn was the Strength card reversed, the weakness. Or not this one. This is Capricorn. So Virgo with the Fool reversed. Why? I was just getting someone who had a ski accident with that card too, with the Fool falling from a mountain. So that could be old or new. There's not a lot of places with skiing right now. But I was definitely just getting that now. Somebody could be diving too, or it could be even Cirque du Soleil, where they do a lot of acrobatics or gymnastics or whatever it is. Like I said, cheerleading too. They could be starting practice for cheerleading. So Virgo has the Four of Cups. Mastering, grounding, and integrating, possibly feeling bored, ignoring an offer of love, or not feeling it's what you want. It's just like all the others. But this is about getting more realistic, dumping all things that no longer serve you. This is definitely going through some grounding and integrating. With the Fool reversed, feeling like they fell on their face. Maybe someone fell from grace, or literally just lacking faith and not feeling like offering love right now, because they're just feeling kind of down in the dumps. But they are grounding and doing their thing, doing what they're supposed to do, but need to get their faith back. And it was the Emperor reversed before, so definitely the Emperor reversed could be someone who fell from grace. Here's some more. It's all about work stuff. All right, so this is connected to Aries as well with the Two of Wands. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles, which is all about the fire signs. So Virgo is definitely connected to all the fire signs and work. And if that's the Emperor. And yesterday I was getting, just personally, I was getting that the Emperor was the devil and the Fool was the divine feminine. So whoever, that could be just referencing the masculine as the devil or Capricorn, and that the feminine was coming up as the Fool or Aries energy. But here, they're both coming up today. So it could be either or. Both could have fallen from grace in their own different ways, reflecting each other. So it just all has to do with lacking faith. But this is, there's nothing wrong with these cards. They're all upright. But it's just very practical energy about, getting real about things, right? Being practical about work, saving your money, being more moderate and choosing a new path, especially if somebody just split up and they don't have as much money as they used to have. Or just deciding how they want to spend what they have now, how you want to go forward. Do you want to retire? Do you want to start with a new project? Do you want to start a new job? How do you want to spend your money? And then we have Two of Cups coming up as well. So I'm going to leave that there too. All right, so then we have Capricorn is the High Priestess reversed. And Capricorn was the Strength card reversed. So needing strength and courage. So that may not be using their intuition, right? So not being in their strength and courage. Or it could be a secret passion that's out now. The secret's out. And let's see what comes up other than that for Capricorn. So Capricorn could be feeling weak just around the secret being out, possible embarrassment. This is expressing feelings out in the open, very fast-paced, finding peace, dealing with your ex, right, and passing the kids back and forth, a lot of words exchanged back and forth. This could be someone who's lazy, refusing to move, refusing to work, being still, or just unable to work if they have an issue. But again, this is definitely, I'm getting that energy of passing the kids back and forth. Or it could just be wanting to express your feelings, whether it's a masculine or feminine or anyone, by moving or traveling to someone who's not doing well, or the divine feminine or the divine masculine, to the other, to talk, exchange feelings. And you see that the column ends with that card as well. So it's all about finding peace with the exposure of a secret now that everything's out in the open for Capricorn. So I'm definitely getting a connection between these two as well, with the Two of Cups like hanging over the peace there. Okay, but Earth sign's a little skittish about offering their love right now, or there's that Knight of Cups reversed around them in the divine masculine energy of jealousy, insincerity, or refusing to offer any love, or turning their back on them. Could be a child as well. Okay, so now we're going to go to air signs with the moon heading up all the air signs. Gemini has the Nine of Swords again. Okay, so here's lovers and fighting, or this just could be the lovers on a quest. Doesn't have to be a fight. This can be competition as well. So you don't want competition within a relationship, a lover's relationship. So this definitely could be a quarrel. There's definitely the Nine of Swords, so it definitely could be a big fight. But it could be really positive too. They could be, like I said, Gemini got this before, tears of joy. Right? The impossible dream came true. All right, that could be for Gemini. Also the wounded warrior coming up here. Never gave up. It's like they have a look on their face like, see, I never gave up. And it happened. And here's the Virgo energy of the Emperor reversed and the Devil energy. Okay, coming back. So it could just be a Capricorn person who may have lost status and money, but they survived. All right. The Empress is coming out right after the Emperor reverse. So I want to show that because that's definitely a couple. All right, so he survived the breakup of this divorce or whatever it was, or a mother, whatever it was, or this is the masculine, those are his parents. But he survived either way. So that's coming up. I'm going to put that back in. Here, so again, push to the emotional limits. And again, more of the roses have been coming up all week. It could just be family as well around Gemini, but there's really positive energy there. There's really purgy and stressful energies, and then really beautiful energies. So either a big fight with family about a lover, or positive and like tears of joy. And it's at night or under the moon or the full moon or the false light. Oh, there we go. As I'm holding it in my hand. It's like the masculine looking back at his journey, how he got there, and like, I can't believe I made it. That's what I'm getting for Gemini, guys. Wow. All right. So then we have Libra is the Four of Cups reversed. By the way, Gemini had the 10 of Wands. I'm sorry, that's wrong. Gemini had the 3 of Cups, so definitely celebrating. And then earlier, Libra had the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands on Libra, and then the 4 of Cups reversed, which is like, you know, no longer going to be bored, no longer grounding and integrating, now no longer settling in love, starting over. I'm not waiting till the end. I'm starting over now, and I'm going to have what's authentic to me. I'm going to have real love. So that's what's coming up for Libra. Okay? So someone may be coming forward with an offer of new life to someone they weren't speaking to. The Queen of Swords reversed. Really nice, too. There's a lot of great energy here. There we go. There's that sex card again. So new passion, so new creativity, new sex life, whatever it is coming up for Libra as well. If the Queen of Swords accepts their offer, and then we have sharing. That's really nice. All right, so again, they could be making peace with the Queen of Wands, with the Queen of Swords reversed as well. So it could be 2 girlfriends making peace as well, with a new passionate business, sharing something. And there's a Tower moment as well. So that definitely could be a reunion. Okay, so that's for Libra, guys. Then we go down to Aquarius, which now has, it had the 6 of, it had this here before. And now it's the Emperor reversed, which the Emperor was in Virgo before. And the Empress was over here at Scorpio. So Aquarius, sharing, and then the Emperor falling, or out of control, or just ego death. So what's coming up for Aquarius is the Chariot and the Magician reversed. So again, a bold move or on the warpath to a manipulator, or this is the manipulator with insecurities. There's some big energy there for Aquarius with the Emperor reversed. Someone's on the warpath for sure. It could be going after the Queen of Cups here, which is coming up over here on Sagittarius as well, but doesn't have to be Sagittarius. That can definitely be a water sign energy, or any divine feminine, really. But Aquarius is also coming up here. It's like someone's pissed in a divorce situation, or spiritually, or broke a contract. Something broke, right? Because an end of any kind of tradition, patriarchal thing, societal norm, just thinking outside the box, being more spiritual, or coming out about something. So it could definitely be ego death as well. But it's like, I'm also getting, it's like a masculine who's being pissed off, so he won't be afraid to come. So however you want to take that, okay? So it could definitely be making a bold move to come forward to the divine feminine, but just being angry so that he won't get fearful. Very interesting that I'm getting that. These are also coming up in that energy. So exposing it all, near-death experience, or all the clinging and children, or clingy children, or that the partner was like a clingy child, which could be Leo or Taurus, and or both, or Scorpio energy coming up for Aquarius. So Cancer, a lot for Aquarius. Aries, Cancer, Gemini, Cancer, Aries, Virgo, Gemini, and then Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio around Aquarius with the Emperor reverse. Obviously can be a lot of people around work too, since it's the Emperor, which is also Virgo in their chart because they were on Virgo before. All right, so let's see what's going on. And that's, remember, the moon's up there, so any false light energies. It just could be also night stuff at night, people suffering at night when they're normally fine during the day. But we're coming off of the full moon energies, right? We're like mid-cycle now between the full moon and the new moon, so it's really more about nighttime energies and the false light. So we're going to go to water signs now, the Three of Swords there, and the first water sign would be Cancer with the Tower reversed. Cancer was the Five of Pentacles earlier, right? So out in the cold, abandoned, destitute, or just kicked out, exiled, and now is in the aftermath of that. So there we go, now recovering from that, perfect. Leading the way to, and it can be just this person going on the journey, leading the way amidst all this other crap around them, right? People recovering from being kicked out or being victims or being jealous or insincere or refusing to offer love. Amidst all of this, Cancer is still going to rise above, right? Going to be successful, good news. The leader, leading the way, the Pi energy, centering the divine masculine, divine feminine. In the aftermath of the war, the PTSD, the heartbreak and suffering at the top of the water signs, feeling it all because water signs do that naturally. The wounded warriors, okay? So I'm going to leave that between Gemini and Cancer since they both had that energy. They survived. I survived, right? I survived the devil, the dark energy. The Aquarius, Virgo person, the Emperor reversed, I survived. Or I survived my parents. All right? Which is for everyone, because we always have to deal with dark energy with our parents. This could be someone who passed as well. It could be a father who passed. And that's why there's so many big energies around Aquarius. It could have been someone who passed away. Somebody's father. I was getting in the read more someone's mother who passed, but here it's coming up the Emperor. So either way, it could be a mother or a father. But we have Capricorn, Aries, and Taurus energies here. Some big energy there. I'm going to leave that out since it came out a couple times already with Cancer. In the aftermath of sudden events, whether it was someone who fell from grace or someone who passed or an end of a business, a family that fell, a business that fell, the dark energies were exposed, and a power couple came down. Or somebody passed, like I said, or somebody, you know, a divine masculine or divine feminine's father passed. So then we go to Scorpio, which is the Five of Wands reversed. And Scorpio before that was the Empress reversed. So again, we have Empress reversed and Emperor reversed. Before Scorpio was the Empress reversed. So if it was the mother who passed or mother-in-law, whoever it is, that might have been a Scorpio. The fight's over, so someone who's fighting, might have been a long, like, Cancer fight, things like that. So Scorpio is no longer fighting the battle. So that can mean that someone passed, or they're just no longer fighting petty battles anymore. So might have put their life in check, having experienced a death. This is, you know, boldly going forward with your truth, the messenger of truth. It could be the knight in shining armor. Someone could have had a wake-up call after someone's death of a parent, right? Standing up for themselves, fending off others, defending the right, the truth, the honor, the integrity, and no longer going to fight or compete with stupid stuff. This could be the King of Wands reverse, which definitely came up in the read as a masculine energy. All right? So, divine masculine can be sick and tired of all the stupid fighting and quarrels and just wants peace and wants to fight for what's right. And not fight, though. Just speak the truth. Maybe you want to rush in as the knight in shining armor to stick up for his true love, to defend her honor. I am the knight who will fight for her honor. So that's coming up now. I'm kind of like struggling with my voice just a little bit, so there's some kind of, you know, struggle with that. This is coming up too. There we go. That's the person he wants to fight for. That's under Scorpio. Then we have Pisces as the hangman awake. And remember, these are all the water signs dealing with heartbreak, separation, and or some kind of surgical procedure. Love reign on me. An awakening for Pisces. And Pisces has Four of Pentacles and the Hermit reversed. So it's very much about holding on loosely, grounding and saving your money, being moderate with things, possibly over-isolating because you're trying to save money, or you feel like you don't have any money, or just now coming out, but being very practical and moderate about things in your awakening process, all right? Still carrying the weight of the world upon your shoulders, but allowing yourself to lighten that load by meditating and going into the etheric realms. We have the 10 of Cups at the bottom of the water sign, so happy family life, finding emotional fulfillment, but not pushing away their feelings, allowing themselves to feel what they need to feel through to come back to a very stable place, to home. Or someone might be homesick. Aw, my daughter's a Pisces. Maybe she's homesick. Or just sick of a home. Sick of the burdens of the home because there's always something wrong. So that could be Pisces too. They don't have a lot of money because the home ate up all their money. That could be definitely coming up too. So someone is inspired to do something different. Impatient, right? Fallen angel. This could be a child who loses their temper very easily as well. Or just impatient, you know, they want their dreams now, right? But that's not, that's not what gets their dreams to them. But ultimately, water signs are going from heartbreak and separation to emotional fulfillment. So it's really positive. There's a lot of positive energy that came up here. Air signs were all about the night and the false light. Earth signs were all about sometimes you need to back off and not, and regroup yourself to give love to everyone, to remember who you are and to stay centered and not to feel jealous or insincere. Always just be authentic you, no matter what it is. Even if you're in a bad mood and you fall from grace, just be your authentic self and go back home and recenter yourself. Don't take it out on anyone else. But we're finding a peaceful place afterward. Always go back to a peaceful place where you can recenter yourself. And air signs are coming out to the Queen of Cups, right? And I was just getting Grace with that. Grace Kelly. So Grace. Grace. Say Grace. My mother's middle name is Grace too. And then fire signs are still overindulging, but this could be working on aligning with a third party or their own addictions, gossip, anything like that, overindulgences. So this is coming out in my hand, so just make sure that you stay in your intuition, but this could definitely be a secret that's out. Let's see what else is coming up. So ending the war, the battle within, because this is always the war within, war without. This is ending it, laying down of swords with the secret being out, right? With the Tower comes exposure, which is ultimately good, right? Pushing you to your emotional limits, which leads to indulgences or overindulgences, antisocial behavior, gossip, third-party issues, no joy. So that you'll drop your patterns, drop the facade, allow yourself to fall and trip up so that you can find truth and balance and unconditional love. I love how they do that. They always make the story perfect. And then I'm getting this right afterwards and get a massage, because I was thinking about that today. And heal. You'll always be doing that, all right? And then we're dealing with the Queen of Wands reversed and the destiny not so good right now for her. Have compassion, walk away. If someone starts something with you, walk away. Go home and hang out. Go hang out with the King of Pentacles. Coming clean with dysfunctional family or money loss of the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the King of Swords. Falling, allowing yourself to fall. Someone falling for someone, but holding their passions back. All right, not wanting to be the student again and needing to cut through all the crap. Okay, so there's your read, guys. Drink your water, get your rest. I didn't sleep last night. I fell asleep on the couch at 5 o'clock this morning for a few hours, and then I went out, but my appointment was I would sleep as well, so that was okay. Guys, just be as joyful as you can. Get through these difficult energies just by being in peace, And no matter what, everything is okay in every moment. So just drink your water, get your rest, be joyful, hang out with your loved ones and your children, and it's getting late. Rise and be love, you guys. Bye.